Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Joel. This is Next 30, where we do 30-day challenges, and this challenge is no alcohol for the next 30 days, or I should say 31 days, since I'm doing dry January. So anyway, we are on day number 3, and today was kind of a mixed bag for me. I'll give you guys an update as to how I'm feeling about everything. I did not sleep very well last night. Again, fell asleep right off the bat and slept good for about 3, maybe 4 hours. And then after that, I woke up and the rest of the night was extremely choppy, meaning I would fall asleep and then I would wake up and then I'd fall asleep, I'd toss, I'd turn around, and then it kind of devolved from there until I finally just decided to pull the pin, and I got up at about 5:45 this morning and was awake ever since. So I'm not sure if anybody can tell, but I'm getting a sore throat. I was a little achy today, so I am definitely coming down with something. But regardless, day 3 progressed on. I had some triggers today, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, I did a firewood delivery. My daughters and I kind of started up this little firewood side hustle. My 2 daughters are 12 and 14, and the agreement that I have with them is that I provide all of the equipment and the technical expertise and run the chainsaws and run the log splitters, and they help split, stack, and do the delivery, and then we split the profits 3 ways. And it has turned into a booming business for them. We stack them in IBC totes, and we are nearly sold out of this year's firewood. And for a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old, having a ton of extra money that they have to work hard for is pretty good. They can buy stuff that they want, and I think it's a good thing. Did a delivery today in my old, oh, sorry, I thought somebody was driving in. Did a delivery today in one of my old dump trucks. It's a 1-ton dump truck. Backed right in there, collected the money, dumped it, and then away we went. Then we came back, and a friend of mine came over, and we cut firewood all day today. Probably about 6 hours of firewood cutting today, and it was a whole bunch of equipment running and chainsaws and a lot of kind of guy stuff, and it was very satisfying having 2 people. One person can be in the excavator holding up the logs, the other person can be on the saw. And previously, if it was not dry January, we would have definitely ended that day with 3 or 4 cold beverages. And today was a little different. He ended up having some beers out of the kegerator, and I partook in a Bud Zero. And there's kind of 2 topics that I want to talk about today. First is, are non-alcoholic beverages acceptable for sobriety? And my answer is absolutely. They don't have any alcohol, so you can drink whatever you want. The only criteria for being sober is no booze. So I think whatever scratches the itch and allows you to get through and not consume any actual alcohol, then I'm all for it. And to be honest with you, the Bud Zero is it's kind of a mind hack, because it was literally felt exactly the same as if I was having a beer. And if I would have taken this can and poured it into a cup or a glass, nobody would have known the difference. And so if you're entering in a journey like this, I think it's definitely acceptable to utilize some non-alcoholic substitutes. Now, if you're using those to just get through and not make changes, then yeah, maybe you ought to rethink that. But in the early stages, I see no issue with it whatsoever. So that's kind of my take on it. I think Budweiser Zero tastes pretty good. I guess I'm going to be trying to sample some other ones to see if there's different varieties that scratch the itch even more. Now, of course, scratching the itch is subjective. It is back up. Is this non-alcoholic beer curbing my craving? I would have to say, as a reaction and a continuation of a habit, it's close enough, and it kind of gets you by. Honestly, I'm not craving an actual beer. I'm satisfied. This is quenching my thirst. It's cold. It feels really good on my sore throat. So I think it actually does. I think that this is kind of a good way to give yourself a mind trick and to maintain the habit that you have already established, but without the alcohol. So am I going to continue just having non-alcoholic beverages the same time I had my normal alcoholic beverages? Probably not, but I'm only on day 3, and so I think that's acceptable. And from what I've read and what I've heard from YouTube University, after day 3, things start to get a little bit easier. And boy, I hope that's the case. Not that this has been terribly difficult for me, at least. Obviously, if you were a heavier consumer and more had more withdrawal symptoms than I do, yeah, you might be a different story. But I'm thinking everything should get a little bit easier after day 3, and I'm really hoping that sooner than later, my sleep situation will improve and I can wake up refreshed. Did not wake up refreshed this morning. I'll tell you that right now. But that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. So the two topics that I wanted to talk about was the non-alcoholic beer, some of the triggers, and some of the habit maintenance that these types of products can provide you. The other one is about expectations and curbing your expectations as to what is going to happen. So anybody that starts any kind of a new fitness journey or sobriety challenge or new hobby or tries to do something new that they haven't done before, they go into that with expectations. And I was having the expectations that my sleep was going to rebound pretty quickly and that all of a sudden like I was going to wake up and feel like $1 million, and that unfortunately just has not been the case. Part of that might be because I'm getting sick, but part of it might be I'm just still like my expectations were too high, and I'm still like recalibrating myself from daily consumption, and I just need to kind of like curb that and just acknowledge that lower my expectations. And if you're not happy with the results or you're not happy where you are, then the only real solution is just to keep going. And so I'm going to go into day 4, and hopefully night 3 leading into day 4 will be better than night 2 leading into day 3. And we're just going to go from there. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. I want to thank everybody that is watching. Not very many people are watching, but those that are, I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys on day number 4 of our Dry January journey. Cheers.